Southwest Florida, you are looking live at a spectacle. I mean a spectacle of huge proportion for a great event. We're at the Cape Coral Community Foundation's Generous Cape Reception 2018, and it is shaping up to be a spectacular affair. We're in the reception phase of this. Of course, this is Lee Pitts Live on Fox 4. You guys have seen the show when I had people on there from the Cape Coral Community Foundation. We're going to get to meet them and more people who are honorees tonight. This gentleman here, Mike Chatman. You guys, we're going to rename the show Mike Chatman Live. He's on here all the time. Hard that, Mike.
How you doing, Lee? Thanks for having me again on the show.
He's the president and the CEO of the Cape Coral Community Foundation. Man, good to get you here again.
Thank you. It's good to be here again, Lee.
Man, my relationship with you has now got my TV show in a location, a thing that I'm glad to be here.
Absolutely,
and
yes.
we continue to show the diversity in our show. We're everywhere.
Yes.
And to have a reception like this, is this something that you guys have at the end of every year?
We do. It's something that we showcase every year, and it's Hyper Cape Coral.
Okay.
To talk about the generosity and the philanthropic good that's happening in our community.
Outstanding. You know, that's one of the things that a lot of times people forget to stop and just pause.
Yes.
I know as you guys are pausing and you are saying thank you.
Yes.
And also educating people for the next year.
Absolutely. And so the other thing that I would add to this, Lee, too, is that this is an exciting night for us because many of the people that we're honoring tonight are the pioneers of the foundation. These are some of the founders. These are some of the early donors of the foundation. These are some of the early board members and board members that, you know, just really built this foundation. And I feel like tonight I'm like standing on the shoulders of giants tonight.
Now, when did this Cape Coral Community Foundation, when did it first come into existence?
1973. So we're in our 45th anniversary now.
Is that old or young for a foundation?
It's pretty old for a foundation.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty old for a foundation. And so we've been around for 45 years and growing exponentially. So even though we're based in Cape Coral, as you know, since we've met, the goal has been to make us more regional, make us more regional, more expansive, but we're based in Cape Coral.
Let's take a look, have you take a look into that camera and tell the public what they can do to get involved with what you do.
Yeah, the first thing I would encourage them to do is to go to our website, which is capecoralcf.org, and take a look at all the different things that we offer. We work with several key stakeholders. We work with nonprofit organizations, training them in the area of board development, training them in the area of fundraising, just how to run an effective nonprofit business. In addition to that, we also work with donors, individual donors who are interested in setting up a fund that they could do their grant making through. We also work with board members, training them how to be effective at board governance. So we have a big imprint, things that we do.
Size of the nonprofit, is there a particular size? Can it be 5 people, 20 people, 100 people?
That's the beautiful thing about our work, is that we work with the small startup all the way up to a Lee Health Foundation, which is big. So we work with everyone.
Now, I want you to take a glance at here.
Yes.
So I won't put you on the spot.
Yes.
But you mentioned some of the historic giants.
Yes, absolutely.
You don't have to talk about them all, but kind of give us a name and a few of the historic giants of the creation of this foundation.
Absolutely. One of the ones you're going to be interviewing shortly is Elmer Tabor. Elmer Tabor is considered to be Mr. Cape Coral.
Really?
And so he was the first realtor in the city. He has a very successful real estate enterprise. Someone who was past board chair.
He got into that Cape Coral real estate before Cape Coral became Cape
Absolutely,
Coral.
absolutely.
Boom.
Absolutely.
Right.
He is the official Cape Coral historian.
Wow.
So his family is one of the first pioneering families of Cape Coral, and you'll get a chance to talk to him. David Gomer is another name. You'll hear his name mentioned. He is one of the first bankers in the city of Cape Coral. Enormously successful. He was one of the original founders of the foundation back in 1973.
Gotcha. They sat down and made that happen.
Made it happen.
Now, of course, we're talking right here locally on Lee Pitts Live. We're streaming around the world on social media, as you well know. For people who are watching this, say, in Chicago, New York, or wherever they might come across this, describe to them the city of Cape Coral and why they should even consider making this a part of their life, moving down to this part of the
Absolutely. It was one of the fastest growing cities in America. It was just voted the second best place to retire in America. The affordability, the close proximity to the beaches. It's a generous city. What I tell people about Cape Coral, it's like a a small big city. So it's a big city, but it has a small town feel.
Gotcha.
It has a rural feel to it. And so there's a lot of
Stay with us, Tara, who might need you.
There's a lot of genuineness. There's a lot of
It's okay to snap a few pictures too.
Yeah, and just a lot of people who are tremendous at giving back to the community.
The behind the scenes of tonight. I know a lot of people work behind the scenes. They never get mentioned on TV. When I got here tonight to set up, I saw people doing a lot of work.
Yeah.
Let's shout them out.
Absolutely. All of our volunteers, our staff, our board members, our donors, the nonprofits that we help, that are the recipients of our grants, all of them play a role in making this an enormous successful event tonight.
When people leave this tonight, this reception and then the program, what do you hope they take away from tonight's experience?
I want them to have a good time, most certainly. I also want them to know that we are a center for generosity. I like to call it the center of the hourglass for philanthropy, that all things happen through us in the region as it relates to being generous.
Outstanding. Let's get that website again.
The website is capecoralcf.org.
We got a lot of outstanding people to interview tonight. This, of course, is the president and the CEO of the Cape Coral Community Foundation, Mike Chatman. And this is Lee Pitts Live on Fox 4 right here, Johnny on the spot at Generous Cape 2018. And we'll be right back.